Okay. We're live on Instagram, and we're live on Facebook Live, and we'll soon be live. Oh, I shouldn't mention that. It's a secret for the moment, okay? But we're going to talk about these legs today.
No, we're talking about our tanning serum.
Our tanning serum. These are the
that you put on your legs.
These legs that start wars. These legs that make you write bad checks. And these are the legs that millions of young men grew up with a poster over their bed. Who knows why they had it there?
I don't know. You have to introduce me, though.
I don't know. But here she is. Suzanne Somers.
Hi there. You're so funny. We're showing my legs because today is Healthy Tanning Day. And this is all with our sunless tanning serum and the bronzing polish that I'll put on. I haven't put that on yet, but I'll put it on in front of you. But anyway, how are you all today? This is a beautiful day. It's so hot in the desert. It's probably close to 100 today. In fact, I will face the camera for a while. We'll get to my legs later on, all right? We just wanted you to know what we're doing today. I love this tanning serum, sunless tan. It's called Golden Tanning Serum, and it's probably what started me in this business because excuse me, I'm just pulling my skirt down. I used to use one of those tanning serums, that turns you kind of orange. And it stinks. And you're going to help me in this chair?
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting a little flash there.
Yeah, I know.
Not the fans mind.
No, okay. But I do. Okay. Hold the back.
I got it.
You got it?
Got
okay.
it.
All right. These chairs are great, but they're really hard to get in. There I am. Okay. All right. There will be no more flashing. And that was an accident. Anyway,
Actually, flashing is good for ratings.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't know about for our ratings. Maybe
especially
that's if you're Sharon Stone.
If you're wearing a leather dress. By the way, I read a review. She's got an autobiography coming out, and she discusses that and many other things.
That famous scene. You know what's interesting about that scene? Excuse me. It's the scene that was so outrageous, but it's what made her really famous. You never know.
Wasn't she famous before that?
She was, but it was a thing that like put her over the top. It's called a Sharon Stone moment. I just said it. It's a colloquial term. So
well, anyway, she gets into that, and she gets into some of the icky stuff in our business that she's had to deal with.
Yeah, I've never had to deal with that.
Oh, yes, you have. Yeah, absolutely, you have. I remember there was this famous director.
Oh, that was interviewing. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
Well, you had to
Man, talk about take advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are probably
the
others.
Photographer who hit on you in Mexico.
And the photographer.
Right.
You wrote about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then there was that.
When they're bad memories, I tend to once I write things in a book, personal things, then I get rid of them. I forget about it. But
then there was
that's
that creepy producer who asked you to meet him for lunch.
Oh, that was awful.
And you met him for lunch, and it was at a hotel, and he said, I took the liberty of booking a room, and you said...
For what? Can you imagine? He invited me, he was a friend of Alan's roommate, he was a producer, he was doing a television show, which at that time was kind of a famous television show, and he said, I'd like to have lunch with you. Like it was going to be a business lunch. So, oh, great. And then at the end of the lunch, he goes, I took the liberty of getting us a room. And I said,
oh my God.
For what? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I guess it happens.
No, but then the other guy who wanted to play the scene with you to see how you would play the scene.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he said, okay, so you're a hitchhiker, and it's a dark road in the middle of nowhere, and I pick you up, and at one point, I come on to you, and you're not interested, and so I decide I'm going to rape you.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's unbelievable what some of these guys do.
Yeah.
Creepy guys.
It's called, they've got balls.
Well, either that or they don't.
Yeah. awful. Well,
Anyway,
I had...
So you guys, I'm watching the most outrageous thing outside my window right now. There
What?
are two hawks, and one of them has captured it looks like a rodent with a long tail. And there's another hawk who's trying, they're having a fight over
that.
It's crazy.
For a minute, I was going to say, is that going on behind me? Because we have these road runners here, and they're running back and forth with lizards hanging out of their mouth. I guess that's the
Wow.
the 5-star dinner.
Crazy to watch nature right out your window.
Yeah.
you know, we were over at a friend's house last week, and he has a koi pond, and with little koi swimming around.
With little kois?
Yeah, little kois. And he talked about a neighbor who also has a koi pond, except that it has attracted these birds that are fisher birds that go after fish. And what these birds do, it's so clever. These birds eat something, whatever they eat, then they regurgitate the food, and they spit it into the koi pond. And when the koi come up to the surface to eat the food, they grab it.
Wow. Nature.
That's smart. That's
Nature
smart.
is, I always say you can't outthink nature, but that's what, there's a thing now called artificial intelligence. And I interviewed a futurist in my book, I think it was Breakthrough. And he was one of the first ones to work with artificial intelligence. And where they've taken artificial intelligence is a place that it feels like they're gonna. Because I kept saying you can't outthink nature. He goes, yeah, you can, and we're doing it right now. Any option that says you can outthink nature makes me nervous, because what does that really mean? Outthink nature.
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
Suzanne, someone, one of your friends on Facebook asked, what did you just put on?
Oh, thank you.
What did you just put
I just put the bronzing serum on. I'm going to put it all over my legs, but I thought I probably should put it on my arms. And it just...
Lucy, that's called Bronze Shimmer.
Yeah.
If you want to show the bottle to camera. Bronze
Here,
Shimmer. All of the tanning products that Suzanne's going to talk about today are available at SuzanneSomers.com. Promo code is GLOW25, and that's good for 25% off anything on the website. But today she's going to talk about her tanning products.
And I wasn't supposed to start with this. It's just that I looked at my arms and they looked sort of not glowy.
Helpless.
And I wanted to put the glow on, so I'm putting it on my shoulder right now too. I hope I'm hitting it. Anyway, I will put it on my legs. But I want to do it the way Caroline wanted us to do it. She wanted to give you the order.
I wanted you to start with the exfoliation so you could prepare the skin for tanning.
Correct. So about once a week, Alan opens the shower door and says, can you put some of that stuff on my back? He calls all this stuff. And what he means is the Acai polishing, exfoliating body polish. Well, it's got all these grains in there and a lot of wonderful emollients, and I put it on his back. I try to get his back not too wet, and I put it on his back and just let it sit for a minute. Sort of like the exfoliating peach cream that loosens the mortar between the cells. I always talk about that. And then I just go on his back like this, and his arms and legs and everything, and his skin just feels like a baby's butt. It feels so great. And now, when you get out of the shower and pat dry, now you're ready to put on either Healthy Glow and or the tanning serum. And then the last thing, when everything is all on, will be this bronzing polish. They have,
that exfoliator is such an important step, especially if you use tanning products.
Yes.
They can build up and get patchy, so you got to take it all off and
right.
get your skin ready.
And I'm a big offender of that. I forget to use it on my legs, then I put the tanning serum on, and it's usually Caroline that says it's kind of blotchy. I go, oh yeah, it is. Okay, so every day, especially now that it's getting hot out, and I want a healthy glow, but I don't want to sit in the sun because I am Irish. I put after I do my, exfoliating, and then I put on the everyday cleanser, and then the toner, and then I put the oxygen, and whatever regimen I'm going to do that day. The last thing I put on is Healthy Glow. Healthy Glow is essentially our moisturizer with some of this in it. And so when you put it on, you get just a little kind of tan, kind of just a little bit of color, but you've got all the moisturizer on, and it's a one-step. I use it so often because it's so easy. So I highly recommend this. Right now this is my new thing. I've been wearing it every day. And I was at the dermatologist the other day, and she said, "How much time do you spend in the sun?" I said, "None." She went, "Oh." I said, "No, this is all organic tanning serums." Then
we started with that Healthy Glow. It's a body lotion.
Yeah.
But Suzanne, because she's smart, doesn't want her face pale and her body tan.
Yeah.
So she started using it on her face, and your ingredients are so good for the body, they're good enough for the face. So even though it's called Healthy Glow Body Lotion, it is for face and body.
Show them the tanning serum, and I'll tell you the story about that. This has Monk's Pepperberry in it. You don't have any of that at home, do you? It's a tanning enhancer from French Polynesia. It's got acetyltyrosine, which is an amino acid that acts as a natural suntan booster. It's got sugar peptides, supports healthy bronze-colored tan with or without sunlight, and aloe vera, green tea, coconut oil, and argan oil. So there's a lot of stuff in there. But when I first met our formulator, I handed her my tanning lotion of the moment at that time. And I used to get it at the drugstore. It was cheap. It was like $3 a thing. And it turned me orange, and it had a bad smell. But from a distance, I looked real good. And so I said to her, "Do you think you could do better than this, orange, bad-smelling tanning serum?" And she said, oh, I can do so much better. And that's when we came up with this golden tanning serum. So now I'm going to show you my legs. I'm going to put the bronze shimmer over. Now you move my chair away. Okay, thanks. All right. Now, go over to my legs, Al.
Okay, I'm over.
Look at that beautiful color. And I'm a white Irish girl.
And the great thing about Suzanne's tanning products is that they turn your deeper color.
Yes.
Suzanne and I we couldn't have more different colored skin. But it looks golden and sunny on her, and for me, it takes my olive-colored skin and makes it a deeper tone. So that's what I love about your products. It's not like a gross orange color that goes on top of your skin. It just deepens your own color.
And it doesn't smell. It smells real good. I mean, it's got aloe vera, green tea, coconut oil, and argan oil. So they see that? Should I take my legs down now?
Yeah.
Pretty color, though, isn't it?
That got me all excited.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do with that?
We may have to go out for dinner tonight.
Oh. That's the last thing I want to do is go out for dinner.
Why? Have you been eating too much or tired?
Okay, let me answer that question.
Okay.
The answer is, in the past week, we both gained a few pounds.
Yeah.
And
in 1 week?
But
I think it's
why?
I think it's the scale.
Yeah, right, of course. Why did we gain?
Something's going on with my scale too. That's so weird.
Okay, why did we gain a few pounds? Okay, and
why?
The answer is
why?
Because there were 2 or 3 days when pretty much all we ate was pasta.
But it was quinoa pasta.
Okay, but it's still a carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's called pasta.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second reason was because I invented these incredible...
That was the problem.
Fresh blueberry baby thin pancakes with Canadian maple
and a lot
syrup
of butter.
And from our friends Guido and Chrissy.
They were organic blueberries.
I was just going to say that. It's how I talk myself into having them. It started with It started with these beautiful strawberries that we bought. They're organic and they're big, and wow, they look great. But when you bit into them, such a disappointment, not sweet at all, really bad. So he cut them all up into little pieces, and I said, why don't you make jam? And that's how it began. So he made strawberry jam. And then, did you use gluten-free pancake mix?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you didn't add the eggs or anything, right? No. So I figured, okay, no eggs and gluten-free and it's just strawberries.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
And then I talked myself into the maple syrup because we get that from Guido and Chrissy in Canada. And they get it from the trees themselves.
Also, maple syrup has a lot of very
good stuff,
minerals.
Yeah, so it was good for us.
Yeah.
And then you can't have pancakes without butter.
No.
So the butter was dripping off and smooshing around in the real maple syrup right from the tree, not just like from a bottle.
Yeah.
Right from the tree, and then you put the blueberries. Well, the blueberries were in it, but also put it over it. Oh,
you know,
God,
I'll tell you,
so good.
You know, there are some fragrances in life that you never forget. That every time you come across them, it brings back incredible memories. And when I was a kid, in the autumn, when the maple farms were producing maple syrup, and then they would boil it, and the smell of the boiling maple syrup all over the forest was unbelievable. And if there was snow on the ground, we'd throw some of the maple syrup in the snow.
And then what'd you do?
And it would harden, and then we'd eat it.
You made your own snow cone?
Yeah, no, candy.
Well, it's kind of like a snow cone over ice. Yeah. Well, so those are the things we ate this week, and it was kind of worth
There's
it.
nothing wrong with eggs, guys. Susanna's allergic to eggs. That's why she's eating eggs.
Well, I don't know that I'm allergic to eggs. I was wondering why I was bloated, and I've been bloated in a long time, and I thought, why am I bloated? And the gut renew is not grabbing this, and I thought I must have a food allergy, and I was allergic to eggs years ago. I gave them up for 3 years, and then when I had my allergy test again, I said, no, you're not allergic to eggs. And I thought, okay, so I've been eating eggs. And since I got out of the hospital, I ate protein 3 times a day and always, every morning, 2 or 3 eggs. So probably I'm just on egg overload. And I do feel...
You know how sometimes when you're not eating a food, it doesn't show up?
Right, that's what I think happened. That's what I think happened.
Because I just started eating eggs again because I've been off them for years. And oh my God, it's like a delicacy to have an egg again.
And how are you feeling?
I'm still allergic. So far, okay, but...
You know, and unless you're having major symptoms, I'd keep eating them until your body finally says, stop!
I know, it's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a friend who was asking me all about summer-size things with, sugar and insulin and all of that, and it kind of made me realize, like, maybe you have been eating a little too much sugar during summers.
It creeps up, doesn't it?
Well, you're having a chip. Well, that's corn.
Yeah.
It's higher insulin than plain sugar. Okay, I started going down the list, and I was like,
I know.
Oh, maybe your scale isn't lying. Maybe you've just strayed a little too
But then maybe it is lying. Okay, this is the bronzing powder.
A lot of people are lying scales. A lot of people are writing in with lying.
This is bronzing powder. So that's the complete tan look. Exfoliate your skin. Put on the Healthy Glow. There you go. Here's the tanning serum. Here's the bronzer. And then here is your powder bronzer for your face. Because sometimes the liquid bronzer might be too shiny on your face. Looks good on the arms,
and
though.
also, what you can do, and everyone does it a little bit differently, but you prepare your skin with that body polish.
Yeah.
The tanning serum is how you build a base.
Yeah.
So, and it's a serum, so you put that on, wash your hands after you put it on, but it's not streaky, it doesn't smell, it won't transfer onto your clothing, just, give it a few minutes to dry and set up nicely. The Healthy Glow you can use as a tan extender, so maybe you're holding tanning serum once a week, and you use the Healthy Glow, which is a lotion. It's easier to put on, lotion with the tanning actives. That's a really easy way to just keep that tan happening a little bit longer. And then, maybe once a week, use that exfoliating body polish and take it off. And then Suzanne uses that bronze shimmer. It has a little color in it, but it also has... it has shimmer, so it's beautiful. Like, have you seen Suzanne with her shoulders all shimmery and her legs are all shimmery? That's the bronze shimmer that she puts on top.
But I do find, like, when you live in the desert, you cannot wear pantyhose or nylon stockings ever. It's too hot. So, but you want to wear a short dress or a short skirt, and you put the tanning, after you do this, but you put the tanning serum on, 1 or 2 coats, and then right before you go out, you squish this all over it, and it kind of looks good, especially at night when no one's looking too close. But it makes your legs...
You always just look like a perfect sunny California girl.
Yeah, and I'm not. But, you know, it just makes your legs look younger when they're tan. I don't know why, but they just do.
So Kathleen Andral said it's an intolerance, not an allergy. I ate eggs only for breakfast, and now I can't. It's the albumin
Yeah,
in the
she's
white
right.
that causes the
Yeah,
problem.
it's true. It is an intolerance.
You know,
Yeah.
if they called eggs albumin, no one would ever eat
You
them.
want some albumin? Scrambled or fried? So, what is her name again? Candy?
Her name is, let me get to
Kathleen.
Kathleen. So you think it's the whites, not the yolks?
that's a yolk.
Well, you know, on my intolerance test, they were separated. There was
Yeah.
an intolerance to the whites.
And I can't remember.
I was actually more intolerant to the whites.
Interesting. I've heard that a lot. It's a lot easier to give up whites than the yolks.
Theodore says, I like to hang out with people with weak vision at night.
I get it. No, or move to the desert where we call it the gay 90s down here. You either have to be gay or 90 to live here. So if you're 75, you're like a youngin'.
So, you know,
And
PGH
everyone's
says,
telling you that no one wears pantyhose anymore.
yeah, right, don't think anyone wears pantyhose.
Oh, that's
But what
interesting.
about-
Not just the desert, no one wears pantyhose.
Oh,
Does anyone
God,
wear?
I lived
does
in them for years and
anyone
years.
wear nylon or not nylon or silk stockings with a garter belt?
only in porno movies.
Well, I mean, when I was dating,
They wore garter belt. My sister used to wear a garter belt.
yeah, they wore. It was called.
But it just sort of passed. By the time I started wearing stockings, that's when they came out with pantyhose, and that made a garter
Yeah,
belt
but that
obsolete.
spoiled
But
everything.
they're cute.
That spoiled everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to wear all the years that
By the
I.
way, it was called the Merry Widow.
No, that
It's
is
a girdle.
no. It's the built-in bra.
Yeah.
Comes in tight
Yeah.
over your hips with the
Yeah.
garters hanging down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a girdle.
No.
Well, it pulls you in.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's called a girdle.
Well,
Even
a
I know
girdle-
that.
Cincher with
Yeah,
garters.
yeah. Because a girdle is like at your waist.
I miss those days with garter
Girdles
belts.
aren't sexy out. Merry
Yeah.
widows are sexy.
Yeah, married widows are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girdles? No.
Well, girdle. My mother sold girdles at night.
Your
Women
mother.
in the neighborhood would come in and they'd go into a room and close the door, and I'd try to hear what they were talking about. And every so often I'd hear my mother say "whalebone." I thought, whalebone, and it turns out they were using whalebone
Your mother.
to make girdles.
What a businesswoman your mother. His mother
Yeah,
was an immigrant from Poland who came to this country, scrubbed floors in the bus depot until she saved enough money to buy a house. And when she bought the house, she turned it into a boarding house, as you all know. And those 17 people lived with her forever. And she cooked 3 meals a day and ironed for them and everything. Plus she had the girdle business. And didn't she have a candy business?
but only in the afternoon. She only opened the store for 2 hours every afternoon.
In her free time.
Right.
And then I remember in the winter I was there one day and she had her fur coat and her fur hat
Yep.
and her sturdy shoes, and she went out, she was going to the bank. But what Alan told me was she didn't trust one bank. She had,
Right.
there was an intersection where there were 4 banks, one on each corner, and she would go and check her money at each bank.
That's right.
And check her money at each bank. I taught, those are the great women.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
What she did.
She was my greatest mentor.
And look what she raised, you.
Yep. Yeah, I think I raised myself, actually.
Yeah, your values,
Yeah, I got her values.
Yeah, you have great
And my
values.
dad's values.
and your dad has great
Yeah,
values.
he taught me not to lie. It was a tough lesson. So, Dad, when Molly calls, don't tell her I've gone out with Gloria. Just tell her that you don't know where I am. And when I got home, I said, Did Molly call? He said, yes. I said, did you tell her? He said, no. I said, what did you tell her? I told her you were out with Gloria. Okay.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was
and
great.
Poor Molly. Where's Molly today?
Well, Molly did okay.
Yeah?
She was the shoemaker's daughter.
Oh.
Sounds like a joke, doesn't it? She was only
Totally
a shoemaker's daughter.
But
boy, did she have soul.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, but then when it was all over, she called me a heel.
Are you making that up? Or
Of course. What do you think?
That's
I have a
funny.
script here?
no, that's clever.
That's my job. I amuse you
Quick
constantly.
and clever. You do.
So you can't focus on the real problem between the two of us. Huh?
And what is that, Al?
Well, I can't tell you because I'm keeping you laughing. As long as I keep you laughing, it's okay.
There's no problem between
No
you
problem.
and me.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
She was only a shoemaker.
You can just see where those go
Yeah.
and how they can get really raunchy. Anyway, your mother was great.
Yep.
And I even wish, I wished when I knew her that I was older. I would even have gotten more out of her. But I got a lot out of her as a young woman.
Yeah.
She liked she watched me. I remember one time we were at the other house and I was setting the table outside. And she watched me do the whole thing. She said, "You like everything perfect, don't you?" And I said, "I try." And I could tell she was approving, making life beautiful for her sonny boy. So nice to please the mothers.
Yeah.
What?
This person says, you eat, get bloated, take a crap, and the next day we're flat again.
I love my people.
Yeah.
I came home and got started right on my gut renew. That was my routine.
Yeah, I'm having one right now. This is the coffee gut renew. So how about for the rest of the week we don't eat?
I'm okay. That's called intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Wonder how many days we could go without eating. First thing I think of when I open my
Well,
eyes in the morning is eating.
no, you know what? I can tell you.
What?
Because when I was working on the trains when I was a kid, what do they call it? They used to call them hobos, okay?
Oh, yeah. Those,
Hobos.
Yeah.
And they would sort of take a ride, hitch a ride on a train.
Mm-hmm.
But every so often, one of the hobos would get locked in a train car that was pushed off to the side that was just sitting there and not being
and
used.
became his home.
And I remember there was one hobo. They don't call them hobos anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
Hobos, no. Anyway, there was one hobo
Homeless.
who actually proved that you could live for 27 days without food, but you can't do it without water. You can't do it without water. And if he had, for whatever reason, he had some water, maybe it was the snow melt, I don't know.
Mm.
But when they pulled him out of there, he was not in good shape.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want to go 27
and
days.
all he wanted was a cigarette.
Mm. Mm.
You know?
Addictions.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's telling me I'm lying. Why would I be lying? What could I be lying about?
I always tell you when Alan's lying. He wasn't lying just now.
What was it?
But when he says these outrageous things, I always say to you, that's Al lying.
What could I be lying about?
Yeah. Just the scale. Just the scale lies.
Oh, the scale lies, yeah. Oh, ours is a big liar. And sometimes it lies from the middle of the night to the time I wake up.
Yeah.
If I have to pee in the middle of the night, I don't know why. It's like self-torture. The scale's right there, and I just always stand on it out of boredom and see what it is. And then sometimes I wake up, a few hours later and go in, and I stand on it again, and I weigh more. And every once in a while I weigh less. That's why I think it's a liar. It doesn't always lie in my favor. Sometimes it does, though.
Well, you know what you need?
What?
I don't know if you remember this, but I remember.
I need
it.
nothing.
When the carnival came to town, and one of the things they had these mirrors.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
sat
yeah.
in front of
It made you
mirrors,
look really skinny.
Made you look really tall and skinny.
Yeah, and I have one in my hallway here that makes me look short and dumpy.
But it's It's a regular mirror.
It's Leslie's mirror, and she didn't want
that
it.
one.
And I kept saying, "Why don't you want it? Take it home. No, you can have it. No, take it home. No, you can have it." Now I know why.
Short and dumpy.
Yeah, yeah. It's got a wave in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a
Anyway, you know this acai.
Yeah.
If you like, tonight I will scrub your back with it.
Oh. Why just my back? You should be scrubbing my whole body, shouldn't you?
Is that what you want? I'll do anything for
Well,
you.
if you're doing just my back, okay, it's like only when you're washing your face, you only wash a cheek.
So I talked to Bruce over the weekend, Caroline.
Yeah.
He was working very hard.
He sure was.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd invited him to that dinner with the Garbys, but he couldn't come.
He had a big shoot this weekend, as you know.
I know. He's a good boy. Bruce is a good boy.
We all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a good boy.
You are.
I know.
You are. You're a rascal.
Well, I know, but
You're a bad boy.
I'm a good
But you're
rascal.
a good boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else have you got to say?
Well, I just hear they're starting to mow the lawns again. All they do here is mow the lawns.
But they have to. They have to.
And when they're not mowing them, they water them.
Yeah.
And then the golf carts ride all over them, which doesn't seem to wreck anything. You would think they wouldn't want golf carts on these beautiful lawns, but of course that's what they're for. The people that get mad at here are not the people in the golf carts, are the people like us who walk on the golf cart path. We're like the excuse me. And I think we're very nice when we're out there.
We are. And, you know, we...
Yeah, there's a whole protocol with golf carts.
Etiquette.
Everyone stops for the golf cart.
Yeah.
Cars,
Yeah.
golf cart always has the right of way.
I'm picking up on that. So, how about what's going on in Ukraine? We're so lucky to live. All I do all day long is think of how lucky we all are that we have food on the table and that we feel safe. And imagine if there are bombs going off over there, and it's happening to those poor people all the time.
I know.
God bless them.
God, that's life.
Yeah.
You know, it's
shouldn't be.
unfortunate. It's
Shouldn't
unfortunate.
be. Yeah.
And, you know, we could get very political right now.
No.
But
We never
won't.
get political.
No, we
Ever.
won't. We won't do that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we pray for the people, not only of Ukraine, but all the military who lost their lives, whether it's on one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because when those body bags come back, it doesn't matter what side you're on.
No.
It's just awful.
Awful.
Really awful.
There's an American soldier who's with the United States Army, and now he's in reserve. And he's been watching what's going on in Ukraine, and he went over there. And he's fighting with the Ukrainian soldiers.
There are a number of those people.
Yeah. How incredible.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to him talk, and I thought, wow, he speaks English great. And then I thought, oh, he's an American. But it's in his blood, you know, to go over and help those people.
There are those people who...
Hey, Alan, Jay Rath's wife and Just Mary Winter both asked if you could please hold up the offer again because they came in late.
Oh.
Well, did you bring a note?
Because they're late?
So did To Be Donad.
Okay, 25% off site-wide, promo code GLOW25. 25% off site-wide, enter promo code GLOW25 at SuzanneSomers.com.
And today, for those of you who just came in, we start with the Acai Exfoliating Body Polish. It's kind of a great product. It's filled with these acai. I used to say all the time, acai. It's acai. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, I was going to read you the ingredients. Oh, aloe vera, vegetable, so much stuff. Yeah, this whole thing here is what's in it. But anyway, they're like exfoliating crystals, round ones, you put them on your arms, your back. If you have a partner, have them help you put it all over. Put it on dry skin is how it works best, and then once it sits for like a minute or two at the most, then start exfoliating on the dry skin, and wow, your skin just like explodes, and all that dry skin gets wiped off the top. Do you have an itchy back? Like I have a place in my back where I sometimes say, Alan, can you scratch my back? I can't reach it. And he knows exactly where to go. But that's what this is for. But also we use it to get the skin ready to be tan. Because skin that is clean and shiny takes the tanning serum or the healthy glow and just kind of smooths it out, and just looks like you're sitting by the pool for the morning and got a healthy glow. The next thing here is called Healthy Glow, and it was originally a moisturizer. It's a great moisturizer. Then we added some of the tanning serum to it to give it a moisturizer that has a little bit of color in it. I use it every day. You put it on your skin, makes your skin real soft, but it gives it a healthy glow, just a little bit of the tanning serum. Because sometimes this tanning serum is, for me, too much on my face. Then I put the tanning serum all over my legs. When Alan comes back in the room, I'll show you my legs. And it just turns the most beautiful color. And I was just saying to the people who are here that it makes your legs look younger when they're got great color on them. Then the final thing is you put the bronze shimmer over it, and I just put some on my arms. You can see there's a bit of a sheen here, and I've got it on my legs, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then we've got our bronzing powder with the cruelty-free brush, and that's our offering today. So what are you doing over there?
They're all such great products.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you have questions about how to put the products on, or what order, or questions about application, I am going to do the after show today. So on Facebook, I'll be answering all of your questions at 5 o'clock.
That's so great.
At 5:30, I'll be on Instagram. So if you have specific questions, happy to take you through that at that time.
That's so great. Is that the perfect daughter-in-law / president of our company? You answer the questions.
Sometimes people have really small questions and we can't get to everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have big questions, so it just makes it a little easier for everyone to get their question answered. Hopefully everyone.
Right.
And yes, you guys can use these on your face or your body. We designed them for the body, and Suzanne also uses them on her face because she likes her face to match her body. So,
have you ever
the healthy glow is a little easier on the face because it has lotion mixed in it.
Have you ever seen? You got to be consistent. You're going to put it on your legs. You got to put it on your arms and bring it down to your hands. If you're going to put it on your face, you got to match everything. One of my, it's not a pet peeve. It's just I'm always amazed at professionals on television. Men are the biggest offenders of this. They'll let the makeup artist put makeup on their face, but they don't do their hands. So that when they talk, their hands are near their face, but they've got white hands and this kind of beautiful bronze face. You have to put the tanning serum all the places that you show, your legs, your arms, your chest, your back. Then put the bronzing serum over the bronzing shimmer, bronze shimmer. I always forget the names of everything. Put that over that and you get that kind of sheen on it. But on the face, just put the healthy glow, and then it all kind of goes together and you look good.
And the healthy glow is so easy to put on.
Yeah, it's just moisturizer.
Your arms and your chest. It's such an easy application, and you go, wow, everything just looks better. You look better in shorts, you look better in dresses, you look better in sleeveless shirts.
I know.
I think I notice it more on news anchors, women who their face is made up, and it's that color, and the eyes are great, everything's great, and it's perfect. And then aside from the hands that are not done, when they move their hands around, if they have an open chest.
Oh, and they don't bring it down? Yeah, I agree.
So it kind of stops either at the bottom of their neck or even below their chin. And that's not right. You want to call them and say, hey. Now, there are some anchors, I pay very close attention to female anchors' makeup. And there are some that really do great makeup.
Yeah.
They really get it. I don't know if someone does it for them or they do it themselves. Okay, like you never have a makeup artist.
No, but I would like to.
No, but you can't, because what they do is they paint a face on your face.
Yeah.
And I've seen makeup artists years ago, not now, that you've said, yeah, I'm just going to have them do my makeup. And when you get out of the chair, you don't look like you.
Yeah,
I mean, you look like you, but there's something...
Well, because I'm not on a series or anything where I have a consistent makeup artist who does it every time. I started doing my own makeup 20, 30 years ago, and it's just easier. I can slap it on. Sometimes I do it perfect. Sometimes, you know, I'm imperfect.
You mean sometimes it's little girl makeup? And a little too much here and a little too little here? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's showtime. Oh, it's showtime. In Cap says, we want to say hello to Al. Come to the camera, please. Okay.
Oh, you're right, girls.
Okay.
Show them how cute you are.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm coming to the camera.
Yes, you do. You know you're cute.
Okay. So here we are. Every so often she invites me to come out and appear before you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's growing a beard, so we'll all take notice. Yeah, notice today he wants a beard. So let's
not like a big, not one of those, beard, not one of these. Okay. This is like a cool beard. Okay. Maybe like a quarter of an inch longer than it is.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
It's a little scratchy right now, but.
Well, it depends what part of your body I rub it.
Oh, Helen. Bad.
Well, it's true. You go, yeah, it's scratchy. Your beard is scratchy.
You have a weird-ass family, Caroline.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we're going to have to take a vote on my beard.
Yeah,
okay?
That's what I want. I'd like you all to, by next week, you'll all vote. Do you like his beard or not?
Yeah.
A lot of you won't like it, but... Yeah. Does he look better?
With a beard?
With your haircut.
Oh, with my haircut, yeah.
Yeah, I had my hairdresser do him last Friday.
I hadn't had my haircut for about 4 months.
It was starting to not look good. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Bruce has been growing out his hair.
Oh, I love his hair long.
And he was just about ready to get a haircut. And I said, no, it's just starting to look good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he has great...
Thing, and he's like, and then he went to a nail salon and he got his mani-pedi. He wants to get a good mani-pedi. And he said, all the ladies were talking, and they said, we think you look very handsome with your long hair.
Yeah. The mother's been telling him that for years.
Yeah, I've never liked, because
you tell him that, I tell him that. Guess who made him believe it?
Violet?
The ladies at the nail salon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. He does. He has great hair.
So just let's stop for a moment.
Okay, yeah.
So Bruce goes to a nail salon?
Yeah, I guess
Oh, yeah, he loves a clean mani-pedi.
Can't you just do it yourself?
You have her do
They
it.
don't do the cuticles right.
I don't get manicures.
I don't know why you don't get a manicure. It's
I do my own nails.
It's a groomed man thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can clip your nails.
Let me see your nails.
And also he just likes the neck massage and the foot massage.
That's what he likes.
Whenever they say, do you want more massage, he says yes to everything.
Yeah.
Would you like more massage on your feet? Yes. More on your hands? Yes. Would you like more on your hands?
So he gets a massage.
You could too. Well, your nails look good.
Thank you.
Your nails look so good. I thought that she was doing your nails and your toes. His toes.
Actually, I spent 3 weeks in Tokyo. And I used to get a haircut every night because while they were cutting my hair, there was someone who was working on my neck and my shoulders and someone else working on my feet.
Nice.
And I couldn't care less about the hair.
Yeah, nice.
That was nice.
Nice.
And it was I think it was like $11.
Which would be what today?
Today? 4 million maybe? Yeah. So things are changing in this country. It's amazing. Every day you turn on the news and there's something new happening today. I won't mention what happened today that was huge, but it's huge. And whoever watched the news today knows it's huge.
Oh, Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
That was huge.
It's
Wow.
like such controversy, and I'm
Wow.
why? Yeah, amazing.
Isn't, man, what success he's had. Unbelievable.
Well, he's smart. He and his brother started PayPal, I think.
I don't know why I follow him on Facebook. I don't think I did it. But he posts a prayer every day. Have you all seen that?
No.
He's very spiritual. And so that says a lot.
Yeah. Do you have a crush on him?
No.
Is that what it
No,
is?
no, no, no. Only
Okay.
you.
I'm just checking.
Only you.
I'm just checking.
I adore you.
I know.
I do.
I know. But you're out of choices and options now. Okay.
No, I'm not.
All your options are gone. Okay.
No.
There are no choices anymore.
What do you mean?
It's either me or nothing. Yeah,
He needs to
right.
believe that, Suzanne.
Yeah.
It's me or nothing. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
with you, it's either you or nothing.
Mm.
Well, there are a couple of... No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I actually... What's it really interesting? The older I get, the more attractive I become to really young girls.
yeah.
Okay, have you noticed that? It's
I have.
amazing.
Alan, you can't say that. That's highly inappropriate.
I don't care.
Hot young girls?
I'm not kidding. Young girls. I mean, we're not making out. They just get sort
What
of...
do you mean by young girls?
Well, 11
Inappropriate.
or...
Girls.
No. Girls in their 20s or 30s.
Okay, those are women. Those are young women.
Yeah.
Girls are children.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
And it's not where he's at all.
I'm not in...
Exactly. That's why
I'm
I
not
was
in...
making sure
Yeah.
you clarified so people weren't getting the wrong idea.
Yeah.
I'm not into illegal anything. Okay?
Or women or girls, I hope.
But, girls, people in their 20s are girls. Aren't they? They're
To
young
you,
women.
you're 85.
They're young. They're young women.
Your granddaughters are young women.
That's right.
Yeah. You're getting in a funky area here. You should change your subject.
Okay, let's talk about mangoes. Okay? So this morning,
There's a pivot we love.
Yeah.
we have 36 mangoes sitting in the kitchen on the counter. Okay? Because every day we eat a bunch of mangoes.
Yeah,
And we keep
we've
going
been on
back.
a mango fest for the longest time.
Yeah, we actually have 2 big bowls of mangoes. One bowl, which is the new bowl from Costco, has 36 honey mangoes. The other bowl has mangoes that we've been feeding off of because they've been ripening every day. So we time it so that the ripening mangoes end and the fresh ones begin. Okay, and we keep sort of going back and forth.
I made the best salad the other night.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Oh,
saying.
go on. Well, it was
So I cut
with mangoes.
Yeah, we ran out of the mangoes that were ripening, and I cut one of the others open this morning, and
Was lousy.
yeah, it wasn't lousy.
It just wasn't ripe.
It wasn't
enough.
right, yeah.
Right. When a mango is perfect to eat, it's perfect.
So we have to wait probably 2 days before we can eat a mango.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, I made this salad
yeah,
with
that was a great salad.
cut up mangoes,
Yeah,
perfectly ripe.
Yeah.
Cut up avocados, perfect. Cut up Persian cucumbers.
yeah.
Red onions.
The Persian cucumbers.
Yeah, Persian. Red onion slices. And then I put our Meyer lemon olive oil all over it. And on top of that, I put the black cherry balsamic. It was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I served that salad while I was over at the stove making the chicken piccata. So that was the night we had the Garbies over. And
Okay, well, you didn't just eat pasta and pancakes and mangoes.
No.
You just mentioned a salad and some chicken.
Yeah, and it was great. Anyway, while I was cooking the chicken, I was spooning my salad. Their side of the counter was totally quiet because they're all. You took one bite and it was so good you couldn't wait to get back in and have another bite.
That's true.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I want you, when you all talk to Caroline, to tell me what hormone questions that you have, because I'm in the mood to teach again, and I haven't been teaching for the last couple of weeks. And I really love taking anything that you're going through, and I don't give advice, but I I pick my brain and do what I would do for me if I were you in your situation. So please line up those questions, because the next show I'd really like to start answering stuff like that.
Okay. And you know how you make a hormone?
You know what, Suzanne, people can ask you those questions directly.
Yeah.
You don't pay her.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if you have any right now, I have time to answer, one or two, but...
Trudy wants to know about thyroid.
I was just looking at a book right here that I read years ago, the Complete Thyroid book. I write about thyroid in every one of my books. One of the great examples of thyroid gone haywire was I had this dear friend, Andrea, and I know she won't mind me talking about this. And Andrea is all joy. Hello, beautiful, and she's from Brooklyn, and she walks in, she's a ball of energy. And she comes over to my house one day with her boyfriend, Nelson, and she's not her. How are you, Andrea? Fine. Is something wrong? No. And she had lost a lot of weight, and the glow was gone from her eyes, the spark was gone from her personality. And I'm talking to her, and I thought, I think you have low thyroid. Nah, I just don't feel good. So she went to the doctor, and sure enough, it was low thyroid. Sometimes low thyroid is hypothyroid, and high thyroid is hyperthyroid. If you're lying in bed and your heart is racing, that's usually a sign of a thyroid that's overworking. Think of the thyroid as this. It's right here, but it's the orchestra leader. It takes its orders from the conductor up here in the brain, the pituitary and the pineal. They come down and tell the thyroid, okay, you tell the progesterone to do this, you tell the estrogen to do that, you tell the heart to do this. The thyroid's directing everything. And right next to the thyroid is the thymus. The thymus is the keeper of the immune system. So if the thyroid's off, the thymus is off. And if your thyroid is not working at level maximum, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good if it's low. You're not going to feel good if it's high. You're going to gain weight. Your face is going to start sagging. You're going to miss the outer third of your eyebrows. You're going to be extremely hot or extremely cold. You're going to be moody. The thyroid is the orchestra leader. So when you get the thyroid right, then all the rest of the hormones start going, oh, this feels a lot better.
You know, there's that Dr. Siegel.
Yeah.
I can't remember what network he's on, but he's missing
the outer third of his eyebrows.
The eyebrows.
I look at him all the time. I think, you're a doctor. You don't even know that you have a low thyroid.
He must have low thyroid.
Yeah. You can see it on men who are newscasters. If it
but also,
only comes
who did you told somebody else in there.
Oh, yeah, that darling Brian.
He needed, and he...
I said, I watch you all the time. I said, if it were me and I were you, because I don't give advice, I'd go check my thyroid. And he did. He had low thyroid. He was missing the outer third of his eyebrows. When the orchestra is in tune, you're in tune. When one instrument over here is flat and then another one goes flat, pretty soon you've got a discordant orchestra, and that's essentially what the body is.
A discordant orchestra.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, think of this. Here's another way to think of the thyroid. In LA, we have this great, he's actually from Israel, Zubin Mehta, the great conductor. And he tells the horns to do this, and the violins to do that, and the this to do that, and he's in control of the whole thing. But he doesn't show up one day for the symphony. So all the players on the stage are excellent, the best, in perfect tune, but there's no orchestra leader telling them what to play, so they all start to play, and they're all playing individual things, but they're not together, so the whole sound of that orchestra is discordant, like that. Have you seen that commercial? That car commercial?
The Lincoln commercial.
I think it's a Lincoln commercial.
It cracks me up
every time. It's the Olympic theme they're playing.
It cracks me up every time I see it.
But
Lydia wants to know how you fix the thyroid issues.
So that's a good question. You have a blood test, and a blood test for thyroid is more accurate than a urine test. But make sure your doctor, if he's not a qualified bioidentical hormone doctor, at least you be in charge and you say, I want you to check my T3 and my T4, because they usually check the T4, but the reading on the T3, thyroid 3, is the most important. And if that's off, then the whole thing is off. And it's an easy fix. They see where your levels are through the blood work, and then they give you natural thyroid replacement. Like I require
prescription. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a supplement, guys. It's a prescription.
No, you have to get through a doctor. All hormones are prescription. I don't sell hormones, but I take 2.5 grains every day, which is a lot. But I'm 75. Alan takes 2. You'd think he'd need more than me, but he doesn't. So that's what it takes to keep.
Because I'm better.
That's what it takes to keep me balanced. A lot of people just need a 1/4 grain. It's that sensitive. If you just need a little bit, when you put that little bit back, you feel better. I'll talk about the thyroid more next show, because I really love talking about the thyroid.
So now there's the right kind of thyroid stuff to buy.
Yeah.
Actually, come to the end of the show.
It's time to call it a day. What'd you say, Alan?
There's what is the thyroid that you buy? Because that's the good thyroid.
Nature thyroid.
Nature thyroid.
So natural
okay.
thyroid. Yeah.
And there's one other good one too, right?
Armor.
Yeah. West thyroid.
Yeah.
Those are all bioidentical.
You just don't want drug thyroid. If it were me, I don't want drug thyroid.
Synthroid
Yeah.
is the drug version.
So what that means is they're making up their idea of a thyroid replacement. What I'm doing for myself is taking real thyroid replacement. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock, says Miss Caroline, and she's going to probably make my son, her husband, a great dinner, and I'm going to make you a great dinner, and we're going to go for a walk.
Caroline's she's going to stay on. This show will end. The next show will begin on Facebook.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And Caroline will
Thank
be
you so much for
questions.
doing that. I know everyone loves it.
I'll hop over to Instagram and answer questions on Instagram.
All right. Well, good night, everybody, and pray for the people in Ukraine. I'm thinking of what I always say to you at the end. It's not what you do, it's not what you have, it's not what you are. It's only about who you love and who loves you. But when you're going through what they're going through, they got to work real hard to get to that place of bliss. So enjoy the life we all get to live, and take care of yourselves and love your family. Good night, everybody.